HYLN stock is down a massive 12%. Welcome everyone. Let's dive right in. Alright, so let's take a look at Hyliion here. The merger has now been completed since October 2nd, which is Friday, this past Friday. SHLL, Tortoise Acquisition Company, that ticker has now become HYLN. So, will this stock break out to the upside, or are we going to see another crash towards next week? Let's talk about that. And also, please don't forget to punch that like button as well as hit that subscribe button. Let me know also in the comments below if anyone has had any issues trading Hyliion on Friday. I know I had some issues looking to also different stock groups like looks like Webull, TD, and Fidelity had some issues as well. I won't say which broker I had, but I couldn't submit any buy or sell orders since the ticker Hyliion didn't show up. And I even called the support and they told me that shares were not allocated yet, which didn't make sense to me. But long story short, this made me pretty much be in limbo with half my shares in Hyliion. Right now, I have 35 shares in Robinhood. And guess what? Robinhood was working on Friday. But hey, sometimes you just gotta love Robinhood for what it stands for. So, all right, back to the main point. Hyliion's first day of trading October 2nd, this past Friday, the broad market took a huge red from the news that President Trump had gotten said illness. In my opinion, I believe this is just a combination of bad luck for Hyliion's first day of trading. I mean, they're down a whopping 12% on their opening day. So, I mean, some traders were locked out of the shares as well as the general market sell-off. I'm sure this both just impacted their drop and sell-off as well. Looking at Hyliion itself, they did peak around $43, $43.36 on that Friday, and afterwards they kind of just trickled down and started to trade sideways around the $40 range for the rest of the day. Then after hours, looks like they just took a dip towards the $39 range. I mean, I wish I picked up more shares in my other account, but I had a cost basis, I think, for my Robinhood account. This one, I think it was around 29. I mean, it changed, so I don't even know anymore. So, did we actually peak before the merger? Let's take a look. Oh, let's take another chart. So, Hyliion before the merger date. Let's look at 1 month, 6 month. You can see that it looks like they peaked on around September 2nd around $55.85, and then as well as September 29th around $53. I mean, you can see this is a pretty hefty sell-off. While I believe that these are most likely institutions dumping their shares because nothing fundamentally changed with the company. Institutions probably just were taking profits since September is notorious for being one of the more difficult months of the year for the stock market, with just all the profit taking happening in general. If we actually go ahead and grab Nicholas' chart, give me 1 second. You can see on Nicholas' chart on towards that Friday when they merged. I believe that was in June. Yes, so June 3rd is when they merged with VTech. And then the following weekend on Monday, they had a pop towards around $73. And then the following Tuesday, looks like a pop around 79, a high of 79 right there, and then a huge sell-off afterwards. I believe this is probably most likely due to news that Nikola's SPAC merger and just the whole news in general was marinated over the entire weekend. I'm sure most of us expected something similar to occur with Nikola and compared to Hyliion. I'm sure there's a lot of high momentum up of Hyliion stock for the merger. I mean, there were some price targets around $90 or even higher. And guess what? We lost that momentum when we had a huge sell-off like this. Nonetheless, I believe Hyliion literally only had 1 full day of actually trading. And next week is where we'll probably get some more context on which direction Hyliion is headed for the short term. Given some brokers were not allowed trading for Hyliion, I believe that there could actually be some more stronger price movement towards next week. Looking towards Monday and next week, I believe if there isn't any more bad news for the broad market on the political side, Hyliion has a chance of going green next week and heading up. I mean, Hyliion tweeted that our man Healy over here, look at him right here, that our man Healy will be ringing the New York Stock Exchange bell on Monday, October 5th. So hopefully this could actually bring a potential rally since Hyliion will be publicly announcing their company and hopefully just bring more popularity towards what they're representing. So personally, I'm actually pretty bullish on the company in the long term. Hyliion's hybrid drivetrain system will help electrify powertrains in the heavy-duty Class 8 trucks for commercial use. And their potential to implement this technology into the trucking industry now is actually pretty positive in my opinion. To review their cost of ownership, let's take a look real quick. So looking at their 7-year total cost of ownership, you can see it's about 449.3, and comparing it to a regular diesel truck, it's actually not that substantially different, about 60% less in fuel savings. But when you're looking to the future solutions, you can see they're planning to make their own natural gas truck, which does not have any as much carbon emissions. But looking at this price is 279,776 compared to their competitors. I think in general, this will actually make them look more competitive since there's a big substantial difference in cost. Now, looking at their financials, you can see that they plan to have a revenue in 2020 of $1 million, then in 2021, 8 million, 2022, 244, and so on in 2023, 1 billion, and 2024 is 2 billion. So, I mean, to me, I feel like I can expect some fast growth with this company, and this is a reflection of the only 2.2% of the actual addressable market. So, I plan to hold shares of Hyliion and will be on high alert for next week. However, I would honestly have no problem taking profits if they hit back to their previous highs of 55, maybe $60. Maybe take a profit off, maybe sell about half or a quarter of my shares if possible. But I would have no problems holding their shares for the future and in the long term, since I do see Hyliion becoming a stronger company for the future and bringing that revenue. So, if you liked the video, elbow that like button, and thank you so much for watching. Peace.